Welcome to the third episode of Randy Man's Hangout with your host, El Primo Andy. So, as you can see, I got my new webcam arrived. It's now 1080p quality, and it captures a wider image now. So now it isn't a fucking square like my last two episodes were recorded. And to start this podcast off, I wanted to talk about a specific person, and that person is Jake Paul. So, as we all know, Jake Paul is the brother of Logan Paul, and if you don't know who Logan Paul is, Logan Paul was this person who does vlogs for a living, and then he gained quite a lot of attention back in I think 2019 or 2018 for when he recorded a dead man in I think it was Japan, and back to Jake Paul. So as we all know, Jake Paul has had quite the time of boxing people. The thing is that he doesn't go for professionals. He goes for people like Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson doesn't know anything about boxing. He's just a basketball player. Yet he fought him and lost because Nate Robinson doesn't have any boxing skills. Then he fought he fought Nate Robinson. He fought shit. It was Nate Robinson, and then it was Ben Askren. Ben Askren is an MMA fighter, so the way that Ben was fighting was kind of an MMA style. So of course he was gonna lose, but he doesn't go for boxers. You got KSI, you got I think one of them was called Tommy Fury. You got these boxers, then that okay, they can fight, but Jake doesn't go for them. And recently, Jake, I think he cut off all the beef that was going on. With KSI, I think shit. I'd have to look it up because it was he basically, I think he still thinks that that he's better than KSI, but I doubt it because KSI he knows how to fight more than fucking Jake, because if they were to fight, obviously Jake is gonna lose this fight. And let me see if I can shit, I need to get fight, but yeah, regardless, Jake is a shitty fighter. He's a shitty fighter. And then there's Logan. He's actually fought boxed before. He fought Floyd Mayweather. He's different to Jake on that part, because when it comes to boxing, he's gonna fight a boxer, not a fucking retired basketball player or a retired MMA fighter. Jake just goes for whoever he thinks is weak enough. He doesn't go for KSI, but that's one thing. And then that was true. I always watched a lot of Logan Paul and Jake Paul, but I watched Logan Paul more back then. It was like early 2018 when I watched him a lot. I think when he was like 20 years old, 21, I forgot. It's been a really long time since I last watched one of the videos from Logan, because I started watching it when he was in the apartment with his little dog. I forgot his name, and then it was Maverick, the orange parrot. Was it a parrot? No, it wasn't a parrot. I think it was a parakeet. I don't know. I don't know what the bird was, but it was an orange one, and he called it Maverick. So pretty much when it comes to Logan and Jake, I'd say that Logan is the top tier fighter, much better than Jake. And also there was another thing I wanted to talk about. It's pretty much podcasting. And then I was always trying to do podcasting. A while back, me and a friend of mine, we did a podcast episode together. It was like an hour long. I think it was an hour long, 30 minutes. I forgot. But I always try to get into podcasting. But once we made one episode, we ignored it, and we never touched that channel again. I think we called it something moments. But we did talk about good stuff. We talked about aliens. We talked about conspiracies and all that. And I was watching a lot of Joey Diaz. I might have already talked about this before, but to those who don't know, Joey Diaz is a Cuban comedian, and recently he started doing podcasting. maybe not recently, but he's been doing podcasts, and I said, you know what, shit, I want to take it serious now, and I just started searching up. Okay, what do I need to do podcasting? What do I need? I mean, I got this mic. I got the new webcam. I got the new headset. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty much gonna try to take this more seriously. And now, I mean, shit, I have like, I got like, let's see. I got like 15 subscribers, and I mean, shit, maybe I might not get, famous one day off of podcasting, but I mean, I just do this for shits and giggles. I mean, I kind of like doing it, just talking to a camera, like for 30 minutes. But I mean, it's a good thing sometimes to do. And so recently, it was my cousin's birthday. She turned 16, and I went to her house. I went on Friday, and I came back yesterday during the night. And the party was pretty chill. I met some cool people. I met this one guy, and then I met these girls. I mean, they were good people. When my cousin introduced me to them at first, it was kind of awkward because everyone's quiet, but it was an average thing that would happen because we're in the room, we're talking, we're playing Would You Rather. Someone who comes to the room, it's awkward for a minute, and then things get back to normal where I'm talking this, talking that. So I mean, the party was pretty good. It was pretty chill. After we cut the cake, my cousin's brother smashed her face in the cake like that. It was a pretty fun party, to be honest. Thing is that usually I would go to her house to spend the weekend from like Friday to Sunday, and usually on the Saturdays I would go with her dad, just go with him to the truck yard, help him with his truck and all that. I do it for fun, to be honest. I do it to be there and to help her dad sometimes. I mean, my mom was like that. And this girl, I've known her since we were babies. Our families, they're basically best friends. They're really fucking close. Since they first got here, I mean, they've been hanging out just like that. Ever since they got here, I mean, yeah, they've been hanging out. And pretty much I'd say that when you meet cool people, new people, it gets kind of awkward because you don't know them. But you try to make an approach like try to keep more in conversation, and then eventually you become friends. So I mean, it's a good thing, to be honest. And well, shit, another thing I want to talk about is weapons. I mean, I'm not much of a gun fan. Yeah, I'm not much of a gun fan. But the thing is, I mean, I may be kind of a gun fan, but I do like holding guns and shit because I have this friend. And he owns a 1911, and I held a 1911. I held it in my hand, and the trigger is smooth. Like when you compare it to a Glock and to a 1911, you can the trigger on the 1911 is like a feather. It's like so smooth. It's like a feather. And the Glock, I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard. I had to I had to do this to push it because it was kind of hard. But I mean, I did get to shoot. And I mean, I was always such a fan of guns, to be honest. I mean, now I kind of am because I subscribed to this NRA, to the National Rifle Association, for like $45, and they sent me a magazine, and they sent me a knife, but I can't really find where that knife is now. But I mean, it was a small pocket knife, and usually I've been collecting knives, machetes. I gotta get back to it because recently I got my new paycheck, and I'm thinking about doing this little project where basically I buy a really fucking used old semi truck, all beat up and shit, and then with the time just put money into it, little by little just put money into it, and just eventually until when I'm ready, boom, I know what the fuck to do. But I mean, so about guns, one of my favorite shotguns, I'd say, is the Mossberg 590. So the Mossberg 590, I think it's a 12. I'm not sure, but I think it's a 9-shot. And it's a wooden grain because my friend has one, and I'm gonna show y'all a picture of it. Maybe you won't see it, maybe you will. Maybe you may see us use that. So that's it right there. That's the shotgun. And it's really nice because when you're gonna cock it, you have to press this button. It's like a lock, so you press it and then you cock the gun. But it's really fucking good, to be honest. It's a really good thing, to be honest. But I mean, shit. Last time I went to a range to shoot weapons was like October 26th, I think, or October 26th or October 18th. And one second. That's weird. One second. Okay, back to what I was saying. Last time I went to a range was like October, and then this was when my stepdad recently got his AR-15, and so it's AR-15. It's a pretty good gun, but you know, when it comes to ARs, I'd say that my favorite assault rifle would be an AK-47 probably, or the Scar. The Scar is a really good fucking gun. I haven't held one. I want to hold one day. I want to be able to shoot it, but I mean, that'll be in the future, because when I'm 18, apparently I can't own a pistol until I'm 21, but I can own a massive fucking gun when I'm 18. So I mean, shit, I'm probably gonna get a shotgun like the one I just showed y'all, a Mossberg 590, or I might get an assault rifle, maybe I don't know, but I'd say that when it comes to handguns, I'd really go for a revolver. You know, I'd say the long barrel ones, or the 30, or the snub nose. You know, the ones with a short ass barrel. I mean, those are nice. You can hide them, but then when it comes to like a 4-4 fucking Magnum, those big ass revolvers, I'd go for those, to be honest. I mean, they're really good guns. I mean, there's really not much that, you know, some options that people have. I'd say I'd go like a set that I would get, I'd say is I'd go for if I was gonna have a collection of guns, I'd say, well, I'd get a Mossberg 590, I'd get a revolver, a 38 caliber snub nose revolver, I'd get a 1911, I'd get a sniper, but maybe a 50 cal. I mean, maybe in the future, in the far future, when I do get into collecting guns, maybe I might start a gun channel too. Who knows? I mean, this is like my 4th podcast channel, because the last 3, like I said, I mean, I didn't take this seriously. I did it for shits and giggles, and I mean, now I kind of do want to take it seriously, because, you know, usually my podcasts are like 35 minutes long, 30 minutes long, but I mean that's just how I do it sometimes. I mean, that's pretty much how it is now for me, because, you know, I kind of have the patience, I kind of don't have the patience to, you know, make those hour-long podcasts or 3 hours long like Joe Rogan does. I mean, I can't do it for much to be. I mean, I can't do it for much, to be honest. I mean, pretty much sooner or later, I might bring a you know, a guest on the channel, and, you know, just talk about shit. Maybe my friend from my last channel where we talked about aliens and shit. And, you know, when it comes to aliens, I think that, you know, I say they do exist, but do they exist in our solar system? I doubt it, to be honest. I pretty much doubt it. Because, I mean, there's always these conspiracies where, like, oh, who built the pyramids? Because, you know, the pyramids, each fucking block is fucking massive. And they're like 2 tons each. So, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that aliens did it, but, you know, that there's been conspiracies that, you know, that aliens helped the Egyptians build these pyramids, because, you know, they're fucking massive. And I mean, I don't know what was the construction phase behind it, but do I think that aliens built this? No, not really. I don't think that aliens have built this, but there have been fucking advanced ass civilizations like the Aztecs. They were one of the most advanced civilization, and then boom, they fucking disappeared. And then now, I mean, it's like it all restarted, because, you know, we started from the fucking Stone Age, and then to now. I mean, there's pretty much more shit that we're gonna get more into, you know, in the future. But I mean, I'd say that technology now, it's making us a bit more lazy, because, you know, you got all these fucking robots doing all this shit for you. But I mean, I don't like it. I mean, I prefer that, you know, that some jobs do not need robots and some jobs may need robots. Like, if it's a very, very, very dangerous job, for like that has a lot of death numbers, give it to a robot. Give it a robot doing it. But then when it comes to basic jobs like truck driving or well, truck driving isn't a basic job. It's kind of dangerous. It has its risks, but I mean, I don't think that it'd be a best idea to put a robot behind the wheel because truck driving is one of the best paying jobs, and it's one of the best paying jobs here in this country. But I mean, some people don't want to do it. But I mean, when it comes to to probably some recently immigrated immigrants, maybe they'll go with truck driving because it's what will get them a lot of money. But I mean, everyone has their own way of making money, and I mean, I'd say that I don't see myself getting rich. I do not see myself getting rich because I'm not the type of person that wants to live the American dream, where big mansion, big pool, a hot ass wife, or whatever. Like no, I'd say that it's best to have a basic apartment, settle down, just have your life go from there. Once you move out, you settle down somewhere, and that's basically it. You stay there and you're chilling. I mean, that's what I want to do. 'Cause, I'm gonna find the right person. I want to try to move out apparently sooner or later. Because the thing is that once I get my license, I want to try to get emancipated. And the thing is that I was gonna get it on Friday. I was gonna get it, but the thing is that when I set the appointment, I set it to to change, replace, or renew license. And I thought that that if I go there, I could do my road test there. But no, I did it wrong. I have to print out these papers. They're like logs. That basically, it tracks down my hours. Because I have to like have a 30-hour log, and then a 7-hour log or something filled out. So I mean, I gotta get that. I got all the papers I need, but I just need those logs, and I am done. I'm clear. I can get my license. And then I called this school. Well, I was looking up this school, and the fee is like $80 to $120. I mean, it's a lot of fucking money. But the payment stays valid for 90 days. So I mean, I know how to drive. I know all about it. I just have to drive really slow and nice and steady for the driving test for the driving test. Because for how I drive now, I mean, I drive however I want. I drive with one hand, or I drive with one hand, or depends on the occasion. If it's sunny as fuck outside, it's beautiful. I drive with one hand, but when it's dark and rainy, I drive with both hands. That's how I pretty much do it. But I mean, to get my license, it's a fucking stress. There's so much shit you'd have to do, and I mean, I just want to get it over with. I just want to get it over with, man. 'Cause I mean, shit. I've been wanting to drive now for 6 fucking months. I got my license in January. My learner's license. I got it in January. And if I completed my class by then, and would just be patient enough to wait, maybe Friday would have been the date that that I would have been able to I would have been able to get my license. And now I mean, I want to try to get a different job because I mean, I need my license because I want to try to get a different job to go somewhere else because McDonald's, it's a good job for some, but I fucking hate it. I mean, I don't understand why. I mean, yeah, I'm new there, but like, come on, because every time I'm about to leave, mop the floors or change the towel buckets, I fucking hate it. I posted a picture on my Instagram story where I was like, oh, I hate this shit. I had my mask on. I had this dustpan and broom in my hand. I think I have a picture of it right now. Let me just get it. Because McDonald's, it's a decent job, but there are those who don't like it, and those are like me. I don't like the job. Okay, I don't like the environment. I don't like having to work fast and all that. I fucking hate it. I don't want to work fast. I prefer to relax. I prefer to work in a more relaxed environment. Something more relaxed. Stocking shelves or something. But I mean, it is what it is. And so This was the picture that I posted on my just like something like that. Let me just. I mean, you can't really see it, but I mean, um, it just says, "Oh, hate this shit" with a picture of me and mask wearing on. I mean, McDonald's, okay. I get paid 9 an hour. I get paid 9 an hour, and I work 4 hours a day. And if I didn't have a job, I would have been still at the house right now as I speak. I would have been there right now, doing whatever I can, and then leaving in the afternoon. That's what I would do. But I want to try to change my schedule. I want to try to I want to work from 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. working from Monday to Friday. I want to do that. Because the thing is that I don't want to work on the weekends. I mean, if I work 5 hours every day, I mean, shit, I get break time, and I get more money. The thing is that if I work 5 hours, I'd be making up the hours that I would be losing for not working on Sunday. So I mean, I don't work on Sunday. I can work from Thursday to Friday. I'd be making up those 4 hours that I miss, because I only work 4 hours, and I work 5 hours now for those 4 days. It's basically just counting up the hours that I'm losing, and then an extra hour on Friday for for my paycheck. And the thing is that, I mean, the paycheck was pretty good, but you can't really make a living off of it, because if I try to move out, I'd have to pay a lot of shit. There's the rent. It's like $720. There's the water. There's the electricity. There's a bunch of shit that I'd have to pay, and that's why McDonald's isn't the right job for me. And I'm not sure if it's gonna be the one to help me financially maintain myself. I mean, I can pretty much maintain myself financially, because all I'm paying for, all my big payments is usually just the car insurance, and it's like $260 something a month. And the thing is that I want to try to put some upgrades on it, because I want to change the shift knob to I think it's one of those it's like a custom one where it's clear, it's transparent, and it has some design on top. I want to get something like that. But I also want to try to get into racing, because I want to go to these car meets. I want to go to a lot more car meets. I want to do a bunch of shit with this car, man. I have the perfect car for it. Shit, I want to cut the exhaust pipe as well. I want to do a muffler delete, because it really isn't loud enough. It isn't loud enough, and I want to show y'all how my car sounds, because the muffler is what makes it sound a little bit weak. So here's a little audio. Let me pull it up. See, I mean, it's not loud enough, because the thing is that I want it to be loud. I want it to roar, but I mean, no. I need to do a muffler delete, maybe a resonator. I'd have to look up what the fuck the resonator does for the car, for certain cars. But I want to try to get an estimate first before I jump head first in this shit. And then yeah, I mean, once I do that, I'd say that will be the only thing I do to my car, because I know nothing about how to improve a car's performance, because I don't know how much horsepower my car is producing right now. I mean, how much horsepower it has. So since I really don't know, I don't know what parts I would be needing to upgrade, so that I can power up the damn the horsepower. But I mean, I never saw myself as much of a racer, because my original plans was to get a diesel truck. I wanted to get a diesel truck, fucking a pickup truck. Those pickup trucks that are powered by diesel. I wanted to get that. But I started seeing fast cars and all that, and I said, shit, I don't think I want a diesel truck now. I want a sports car. And I mean, a sports car is nice and all to have, but the reason that I wanted a diesel truck is because I wanted to get that semi-truck feeling. Because I wanted to get a semi-truck feeling. That's pretty much it. And I would have gotten a Ram or a a Ford 250 or F350. I mean, regardless, I would have gotten it, but I just saw these fast cars and all that, and I said, shit, I want a fast car now. And you know, my car, it's pretty much reliable. It's a reliable car, but the bad part is that it's the gas tank. It's a whole lot smaller. And you know, when I fill it up to the top, I get like 250 something miles left of gas. And then for my grandpa's car, a Nissan Altima, it gets like 437 miles left of gas. I'm like, oh my god. I mean, his has more than mine. And the thing is, I wish that mine had more. I mean, I'm not sure if there will be a way to, modify the system to be able to carry more gas tanks. But I mean, that's pretty much how it is. And in my pickup truck, I had a CB radio. See, I have it hooked to my table, and see, that's the mic. That's the mic I have, and I have my CB radio hooked to the table. And before, I had it in my old pickup truck. I actually talked to a truck driver with this thing. I talked to one. It was a quick conversation, but the damn thing's busted. So I want to try to see if I can power it here at home, and then maybe I won't get anything because with all these trees around, which basically fucks up the signal. But I'm just gonna see what happens, in the future. Because the thing is that maybe in the future, maybe I might sell. If I still would want to get a diesel truck, maybe I would sell my car. I would trade it in, and then get a diesel truck for it. Because I really want a diesel truck. I really fucking want one. A manual one too. My car's a manual. Because I'm kind of against automatics. Because I don't like driving automatic. It feels weird. It feels bland, and I prefer to be the one to put in the gears. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I prefer all of that, to be honest, because it's better when it's you who's putting in the gears, not the system itself that's putting it in for you. I mean, it's nice and all, it has its perks and all, but I mean, I just don't like automatic, because my criteria was Mustang, V8, manual, and that was it. I found V8 manual Mustangs, but they were too damn expensive. And maybe in the far future, I'll trade my car in and get a diesel truck if I still want to. I mean, I really do want to do it, but I mean, I don't know. I just have to wait what the future has in mind for me, and then if I go through with it, I'll go through with it, and I'll have a new pickup truck. But I mean, it's something that I have in mind. It's something I had in mind. And right now we're going through like 28 minutes, and like I'm fixing to close up the episode now for this current episode. I mean, before I record each episode, I write down a criteria. I write down my material of what I'm going to talk about, because so like I'm going to show y'all the material I had for the first episode: the Cuban protests, Generation Z, the BLM protests, communism and socialism. And then for the second one, what's drugs, driving, music, and then my friend Richard that I told y'all about. And then for this episode, the material I had was Jake Paul, Logan Paul, podcast, and guns. Because I try my best to talk as much as I can in these episodes, because I try to not just stop for a minute and think about what to talk. I try to when I'm talking about something and think about something similar and then slide it in there, so that that I'm not the one just stopping here and like thinking, oh shit, what do I say? So, yeah, but I'm gonna close up the episode now. If you enjoyed this episode of Randy Man's Hangout, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna make a new episode tomorrow, or the next day. Or after tomorrow. I don't know. I'm gonna see what happens from there. Like I said, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content from me. You can receive some more podcasts. Maybe share it to some friends and help them find a new podcast channel to listen to. And hope you're having a good morning or a good night or a good day or whatever time it is you're watching this. Hope you're having a good time, and as of all, guys, stay safe. Stay safe, and bye bye.